The Horse and His Boy, chapters 4 to 7. Shasta falls in with the Narnians. Shasta finally reached Tashbaan, and it was one of the wonders of the world. And the Narnian queen and king were staying there. It was strange to have such a town that was shaped like a mountain. At first it looked like a forest, but when he looked closely, it just was like a bunch of houses. But it wasn't that good. You see like slaves and barefooted poor people, and they were all there too. And some of them spoke bad language. So Shasta was frightened of one of them. Just then a litter went by, and a litter appeared, and somewhat person called White Barbarian King, the guest of the Ch4, may he live forever, appeared. So there was this huge litter, and there were some slaves, and they were holding the litter when one of them said, "Hey, there's our runaway." He pointed at Shasta, and Shasta didn't know what to do, but he wasn't the runaway, So Shasta didn't know what to say, actually. He couldn't say he was the son of our chieftain. They will ask who the other members was. And so, of course, he got the part with Nervous and Bree and Quinn. So they had no intention to help him, so they just went with him. Shasta did. So when they really did that, Shasta was a lot afraid, and soon he knew that he was mistaken by a prince called Prince Corwin. And a beautiful lady came and kissed him and cried. She was the queen. She was Queen Susan. Queen Susan and Prince Corwin were lovers. They wanted to marry, but King Edmund, Susan's little brother, wasn't very sure, and there was a tiny problem. It was that they had left Cape Parvel, and now the Ch4 ones might attack them, and the whole thing starts because of the Queen Susan. And of course, they had heard all the plans they had made, and Prince Corwin was supposed to hear it, but now Shasta got worried because they could know that some kind of weird boy who wasn't Corwin, but something like lookalike he was, just like Prince Corwin. So they wouldn't trust him, and Shasta was afraid that they would kill him. So he was afraid, really afraid. But alas, he enjoyed his meal. There were some kind of lobsters, and they were better than the calorming fashion. Okay, maybe food fashion. So when they were like that, they met Prince Corwin. He met Prince Corwin, the one that he was supposed to be the lookalike, or he just was the lookalike. So that Prince Corwin appeared, and they talked for a little while, and Prince Corwin explained how he was there. And Prince Corwin told Shasta how to get outside, and he did the exact same thing. And because Shasta was lost, and he couldn't meet Aravis and Bree and Wynn, he went to the tombs. Yep, the ancient tombs. And they were supposed to meet there, but when he got there, no one was there. That was so many years. Anyway, no one was there, and he spent the night there. And he met the cat. After that, he saw 2 horses, and he recognized them as Bree and Quinn. But yeah, and it was like, but there were no, there were no Arabic, no sign of a girl, but a big man who was likely to be a slave. So Shasta was confused and really wanted to know what happened. And here's what happened. Aravis saw a litter go by, and in that litter was the Tarkina, which was her friend. Her name was Tarkina Lazareline. So they had something like really opposite personalities, but still they were friends. So, but unfortunately, their eyes met. Tarkina Lazareline noticed her immediately, and she called in her loudest voice, "Aravis, what are you doing there? Your father is..." When she didn't finish her sentence, but Aravis immediately got onto the litter and whispered to her, "Don't say anything." So Lazareline explained to Aravis that her dad was in this town and he was looking for Aravis everywhere, and she thought it was funny that her father didn't know, but he did know, and she kept asking Aravis how her dress was. It was weird, by the way, and the girls made a plan to get out of the city and not use the gates. Plan. So there is the garden of Tisrock, may he live forever. So there is a little water door for palace people, but Lazareline kept on giggling and say that they were palace people too. They were something like that. They were almost. So anyway, I'm not sure I like the personality of Lazareline, but Lazareline thought of this plan. So yeah, I should tell you. So there's the water door, and they should go through it, and they decide to do it tomorrow night because this night there was supposed to be a grand feast. So, and everyone will notice them. So tomorrow night they actually risked it, but then they encountered something bad, and that was his rock and Aravis's future husband. It was really bad, and they heard the 3 men talking, and Charles 3. So the other was Prince Rabadosh. So those 3 kept on talking, and they couldn't get out. Okay, this is how chapter 7 ends. So this is the end of the Horse and His Boy chapters 4 to 7 retelling. Thank you for listening. Bye.